If there's one thing that's been proven over many decades of gaming, it's that you can never have enough ninja and samurai games. The cool factor is undeniable, from slicing through hordes of enemies on your lonesome with a katana, engaging in duels to the death, or infiltrating fortresses and assassinating targets with cunning and stealth. Assassin's Creed Shadows may be the ninja/samurai fantasy that many engage with this November, but plenty of other options exist in the here and now. Check out our choices here. Ghostrunner 2.
It's a
bike.
wow, not what I expected. Think where this must have been.
Don't let the fast-paced motorcycle sections, larger levels, or cyberspace fool you. Ghostrunner 2's Jack is still very much the cyber ninja badass in the previous games, deflecting attacks, slicing through foes, parkouring through the neon-lit environments, and one-hit kills are still part of the gameplay loop. The new abilities and roguelike mode further add to the experience, even if there's a lot of trial and error involved to progress forward. Nioh 2. Nioh 2's player character Hide is more demon hybrid and slayer than a full-fledged samurai or ninja. However, there are enough ninjutsu, katana, and bare-handed techniques and armor to satisfy the most ardent player. The sheer build variety, especially when factoring in yokai techniques, is incredible, to say nothing of the boss fights. Whether you're going against legendary figures like Hattori Hanzo and Oda Nobunaga, or taking legendary yokai like Shuten Doji to the limit, Nioh 2 is a brutal, heart-pounding affair. Rise of the Ronin. Though it may not live up to the full potential of an open-world Bakumatsu-era action RPG, Rise of the Ronin carries Team Ninja's penchant for stellar combat. The choice of weapons and intermixing of firearms, not to mention all of the different styles available for each weapon type, makes for an involving experience. Throw in a grappling hook and even a glider to rain fire from above, and it's good for a casual romp of destruction or two. Sairento VR. VR players may not have the most extensive selection of ninja or samurai titles, but Mixed Realms Sairento is worth checking out. As a member of the Silent Ones, you take on missions in near-future Japan, annihilating foes in spectacular ways. The locomotion system and slow-mo offer extensive time to calculate your moves, while 24 different weapons, including a katana, glaive, shurikens, and firearms, make for a healthy arsenal. Shadow Tactics, Aiko's Choice. Blades of the Shogun is already an excellent strategy title from Mimimi Games, as you employ various techniques from heavy-handed samurai aggression to sneaking and ninja tools to complete missions. Aiko's Choice reinforces the same across 3 new environments and missions. Shadow Mode is once again a brilliant tool for synchronizing actions across teammates, and plot-wise, it's a compelling standalone tale about Aiko's past and how she comes to terms with her upbringing. Shadow Warrior 2. Flying Wild Hog's first-person shooter series has always shoved Lo Wang and his crass antics up front, but it doesn't skimp on the action. Shadow Warriors 2 is arguably the best in the franchise, providing new means of traversal, randomized level layouts, and dozens of different weapons to try out. Turn enemy heads into paste with a shotgun, or hack off limbs with a katana. There are all kinds of solutions for Wang's human and demonic problems. Samurai Showdown 2021. If Samurai Showdown has proven anything throughout its decades of existence, it's how unorthodox and scrappy its fighting can be. The 2021 follow-up showcased everything that made the franchise special, with a range of weapons across the unique roster, brutal damage, and systems devoted to disarming opponents. It may not have the most extensive single-player experience, but online players can be assured of rollback netcode, except on Switch, and an extensive cast of characters. Tenchu 2: Birth of the Stealth Assassins. If brutally challenging stealth is your thing, Tenchu 2: Birth of the Stealth Assassins has you covered. As a prequel to Stealth Assassins, it features Rikimaru and Ayame once more, as they sneak across environments like forests, village, and even ships to take down their targets without being detected. On top of further polishing the first game's fundamentals, it also introduced a mission editor for players to craft their own challenging missions. Kenshi. Before Outward, there was lo-fi games Kenshi. Set in a post-apocalyptic world, players can go anywhere and do anything, if the wasteland doesn't kill them first. Cults, deadly creatures, and cannibals are just a few challenges you must overcome as you create a refuge for like-minded folk, wander as a Ronin for hire, or build an army of battle-hardened samurai. Regardless of the approach, a realistic combat system is in play where dismemberment is common. Strider 2014. Sure, Sega has its own Shinobi franchise, but you can't ignore Strider, especially the 2014 reboot. The premise mirrors the original game with Hiryu on a mission to take down Grandmaster Meio in a dystopian future. While armed with little more than his cipher and natural agility, Strider slashes, dashes, and annihilates the opposition. In terms of presentation and sticking to the original's core side-scrolling gameplay, it's a must-play for anyone who wants to feel like an unstoppable ninja assassin. Onimusha 2. Building off the first game's hack-and-slash combat, Onimusha 2 Samurai's Destiny goes all out in scale. It added a new protagonist, 4 new sub-characters who can become playable, armor and weapon upgrades, and much more. Though there are issues with the camera and overall difficulty, it's still an excellent follow-up with some gorgeous backgrounds. Mini Ninjas. When you think of IO Interactive, Hitman immediately comes to mind. Mini Ninjas, a 2009 action-adventure title, may seem a bit out of left field for the developer. Nevertheless, it's a solid all-ages title where players venture across ancient Japan and battle Ashida, who has returned with an army of animals converted into samurai troops. Combat is beat-em-up style with magic attacks and ninja tools, and upon defeating the samurai, they'll return to their animal forms to help out. N++. Many of our recommendations focus on combat and/or sneaking, but MetaNet Software's N++ focuses on a different aspect of ninja life, death-defying traversal. As a precision platformer with a minimalist art style, it offers over 4,300 handcrafted levels with various obstacles and challenges to overcome. When you're eventually someday done with all that, there are custom levels, secret challenges, a hardcore mode, and even co-op master. The Ninja Saviors: Return of the Warriors. Of course, for those who don't favor stealth or hack-and-slash combat or platforming challenges, there's always the Ninja Saviors: Return of the Warriors. As a remaster of the 1994 classic, it's everything you could want in a retro-style beat-em-up, from android ninjas with unique playstyles to gorgeous redrawn pixel art. It also features new characters and co-support. Hey, did you know that we at GamingBolt upload new videos every day? Stick around, drop a like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And let us know what kind of content you'd like to see in the future with a comment below.